It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got a showcase of shutdown defenses. Great game in store for y'all, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for joining us, football fans. I'm Kate Scott, joined in the booth by my partner, Brock Hewitt. And this week, Brock, got one group coming in off a win, another off that well-earned bye. Should make for a really energetic game. I'm wondering if you think one has the advantage over the other.
Well, I'd like to know how every single body feels down there, but we don't. My guess is they're all hurting a little bit because once you get past the opener, you're never quite 100%. So I typically will lean with the team coming off a win. You feel good about yourself. You feel good in your preparation. But yeah, that healthy team is usually the better team as well.
Punter Jack Fox to get this one started. And the NFL on EA Sports is underway. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And leading them out from Central Michigan, an undrafted free agent back in 2017 and still here, it's Cooper Rush.
It's a QB. You're going to finish a game with no touchdowns on that side of the stat sheet, well, you better finish it with no interceptions as well. Even if last week was an uneventful contest for him throwing the football, he did what he needed to do to help them come away with the most important stat, the win.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Another carry for him. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's down into the red zone. This run gets to the 18. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Give them 2 yards on the run, and that leaves them just inches short for 3rd down. Back-to-back carries here. Ball goes haywire. It's out. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Only a couple there, but still in good shape. Only 3 yards to go here on 2nd and goal. Dowdle. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll get back to the action in just a moment. Handoff now, running right. And this is a huge loss on the play. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. He gets one more shot at it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. And their first drive won't end in points after all. He's stopped, and they're going to turn it over on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
So now it's the Lions' turn to head out for the first time on offense. And leading them out in his 9th NFL season, he experienced a real resurgence last year. It's Jared Goff.
As you take the field coming off of a bye week, you really want to take advantage of what you just did. The self-scouting, the evaluating of yourself over the early part of this season, and make sure you capture what you want to do and what you have to do over the rest of the season.
Running it with David Montgomery. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
That's complete to the back, David Montgomery. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he's stopped. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first. Things a little better for him after that last play. New set of downs from their 14. Goff on 1st and 10. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. So in a very quick-moving contest, we've reached halftime. Now we're on to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman ready to bring us the EA Sports Halftime Report. All yours, Coach. Take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. From there, we're off to check out another game. And it was the visiting San Francisco 49ers that come in and get the victory. Brock Purdy, excellent in the victory, as his guys run their mark to 4-2 on the year. Not too much to show you in terms of scoring plays. In fact, there's nothing to show you. A scoreless tie here at the half. Both of these defenses have been outstanding thus far. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. We've seen one half of football and no points just yet. Let's see who can finally break that deadlock here in our second half. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And they could take control in the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Tight end in motion right. Gives to Montgomery. Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. Scooped up by the defense. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
The home teams and C.D. Lamb headed back out on offense. And he's been having such a great season in this offense. You can see, actually top 5 in the league in receiving touchdowns so far. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. The rookie out of Alabama there on the tackle. Second down now, 7 to go. They give it to him again. Finds a big lane. And he's finally hauled down at the 12. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first. Back to the well again. Oh, they tried the lateral. It's a live ball. And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
Kate, did those sidelines get loud or what? It was practically in unison. Everybody's shouting to jump on top of that one. We just needed an official signal if it was 6 points or a touchback. And fortunately for them, well, it was a touchback.
The Lions and running back David Montgomery getting back to work. And I'm sure they all got a stern lecture on ball security between possessions after they fumbled it away on their last series. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. So second down coming up. From the gun, Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except
he just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. 2 plays ago, if we had seriously mentioned a safety partner, we'd have been laughed out of this booth, right?
well, they say things move fast in the NFL, huh?
A couple of back-to-back sacks, losses like that, really opens us up to possibilities we weren't expecting.
Yeah, not all those possibilities are good, Kate, unless you're that defense that just dropped 2 points on the scoreboard.
So they give away the lead on the safety, and now they're going to have to give away the football with a free kick. Fields this at the 19. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire. Getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
Breaks the tackle, still going. He's going to snag a couple of yards, charging up the gut. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw. He fires one deep down the middle. And the big hitter will not be reeled in. That's incomplete, and that would have made for an impressive catch on our final play of the 3rd quarter. So after that, we'll change the ends of the field and change offenses. They'll take over when we begin the 4th. It's Lions ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. First down throw from Goff. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along your routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
He's on the move. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Oh, he lost the football! And they jump on top of it. Oh, a clutch recovery to clean up the mistake this late in the game. Desperation time here on fourth. A bit of desperation on this deep and to force it on fourth, and it's intercepted! Deron Bland has it. And he adds some yards to the pick before they bring him down. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on fourth and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it right too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Back out runs their offense. And that 2-point lead, it's still right there on the scoreboard, Brock, after their defense got off the field clean.
And now, Kate, this offensive goal is to make sure that clock expires with that lead still in hand and them holding the ball. You absolutely do not want to give this ball back, knowing the other side still just needs a field goal.
Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Give now to the running back. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their third. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Past midfield to the 45. That one hits for 30. And they'll have first down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
Has some space inside the 15. And he has it all the way down to the 8. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. Going the wrong way. It's 2nd and goal now, back at the 12. He gets it headed right. And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. And with 4 seconds remaining, they're going to take a timeout.
Well, the big guy gets him some positive yardage in close. It's not that the defense didn't expect run. I just don't think they expected him to be the one running it.
Dowdle. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And as we play in October, they have kept their perfect start to the season going. To the point, Brock, I think you could argue they might be the league's best team in the front half of this campaign. With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. A nice showing here from our winners as we say goodnight, everybody.